It's the Roula and Ryan Show. An hour from now, the first Roula and Ryan Show rapid fire quiz of the year.
The new year of 2024. Who's going to be the first winner of the year? It's your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Kane Brown at the Toyota Center when he gets here April 27th. Of course, you can visit KaneBrownMusic.com to score some tickets, or you can win them for free if you pick the right person on the Roula and Ryan Show rapid fire quiz. Win them for you.
Do you guys think we should let the winner pick who goes in the mystery box Monday, or the winner's caller? Last time we did the caller. The first time we did it, where we picked. And last time we had the caller pick.
Yeah, the caller, I guess.
I like having the caller pick because you never know.
Sure.
I like that. I have a better chance that way. With you guys, you're going to pick me.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, baby.
Because
Champion.
you're the one that puts us in that position, so we want to put you in that box. 8 o'clock this morning, your first rapid fire quiz of 2024.
104.1 KRBE.
Hello. All right, let's hit it. Time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right, this is a telemarketer turnaround.
Yeah, what's happening here?
They're
Special
calling
K?
me today in order to set up an appointment, an in-person appointment to share information about solar. They're trying to come to my damn house now.
Uh-oh.
And I swear, if this happens, because this call just came in yesterday. If this happens, then I will record it for you guys of me out in front of my house talking like the same manner I'm talking about. You know, the priest and the rabbi and all my peeps who live up in my church house.
Your church house.
Okay,
That
so
church house.
maybe there might be a continuation of this. I hope I'm not taking a nap when dude comes over. All right, so picking up in the middle of when he's trying to convince me to give him 5 minutes for his bro to come over and sell me on solar power.
Yeah,
For 5 minutes?
Yeah, so you gonna stop by and say hello?
No, he just handed over the flyer.
Okay, so he wants to make me a part of his frequent flyer program. He's gonna bring by some documentation.
Yeah, he'll give you the some documents you can rate it if you find solar rebates available in your area.
Sir, I'm telling you, I gotta check with my pastor before you do all that.
Okay, I mean, what you mean? I didn't catch the meaning.
I should probably check with my pastor before you bring all that by. I can't be dealing with that without.
So how
consulting.
old is your roof?
How old is my roof? Sir, I got to check with my rabbi. Honestly, I would like to check with my rabbi on that particular note.
Mm-hmm. So are you available that he just shared the information on January 5th after the Christmas?
Well, that particular day I'm meeting with my voodoo priest.
So you're not available on January 5th, Friday?
Oh, Friday?
Yeah, that would be Friday.
That's a Friday. Okay. I actually have chapel that day.
I mean, there is not more than 5 to 10 minutes consultation. I mean, we can do it on Monday as well.
Can I bring my deacon?
What's that?
Perhaps Sister Hazel.
Are you the owner of this house?
Yes, sir. But, sir, it belongs to my pastor, so he just allows me to live here. So if you could come on by, we'll get you blessed and baptized first, and then we can chat after that. How's that?
I'm not going to come and give you quotations. Our expert visiting your area. He'll call you before coming.
I guess we'll see who's the expert once he talks to my priest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sir, what day suits you?
No, sir, I don't wear suits. I wear tassels.
I just told you on what day you are available.
Just put that in some writing for me and go ahead and send it over. I'll run it by the cardinal.
I'm running out of people.
Okay, so we'll visit you on the January 9th, Tuesday. So, sir, is it a single-family residence?
It's a church, multi-denominational.
Oh,
He's like, I don't know what you're saying.
Never mind.
You're too difficult.
He has no idea about probably those.
No, he has not a clue.
No,
you could
I
have said
guess not.
Pope.
Well, just kept pausing every time you would mention a person of the cloth.
'cause he
of
plays
any
a
kind of
book.
religion.
But they stick to the script.
Yes, he's like, I don't have a postcard.
Did you ever
for
do this telemarketing?
answer.
If they say this, then you have to like go over here at least.
It's a tree.
Yeah.
You got to say this.
It's like a chart.
respond.
And I guess the dude's coming over on Tuesday to give me more information and a frequent
So I
flyer
got like
program.
4 friends. Everyone dressed up as different.
You know what, Kevin? I have
Cardinal. And then,
Just a moment,
I
son.
want
Let
to
me
be the
get
voodoo priest.
in my arsenal of Halloween costumes. I do believe I got a priest costume.
awesome.
You
Yes.
should just come over there as that.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it was really a priest.
Well, if you want to get somebody in your life with a prank, Special K does 2 prank calls a week. One, he messes with these telemarketers, and others, he just will call somebody in your life outright and mess with them based on what you tell him. So
Do you
go
get
to
'em?
krbe.com/prank call requests, and you can get in touch with Kevin.
Do you get them door to door ever? Because I actually have door to door people coming to sell me
I
stuff.
got for Ring.
No,
No, I really
the
do.
Blank off of the,
The
dang
Ring doorbell,
porch.
you just tell them.
I had
Hell out.
some church folk pray in a group in front of my house, deciding whether they're going to come ring the doorbell or not. That's what
Stop
they did
it.
before every house.
Is that what you saw in
they'd
your
sit in a
ring?
group- no, I can see them out my front window.
And they
So-
work in a circle, and they're like,
They
all...
get in a circle. They pray for a little bit,
Well, they
and then
know
they
what's
just,
happening in that house of
They
yours.
decide if they go up the driveway or not. And I saw them skip some houses. I saw them go up in some
Oh,
houses.
really?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh!
And
so
I-
wait, did you feel sad that they didn't hit your doorbell, or they did hit your
Like,
doorbell?
this is the second time this has happened. Now, in this neighborhood, they skipped me. My last neighborhood, they came up and they spoke to me about some things. So
Are they,
this
wait,
group,
are they the guys that have the short sleeve shirts and the ties and the bikes?
unfortunately, no. They're
Oh.
a group of less attractive.
Oh. So you're saying they found you beyond redemption?
Well, you know what I asked? I tell them,
Right, you're really going in on it.
this is what I say.
Just because he's gay doesn't mean he's a Satan worshiper.
no.
I've done twice now.
Had nothing to do with
Go
the
past
gay.
your house.
Although I do say
They
to
walked
them,
by and they smelled what was coming out the window.
I'm like, well, hallelujah. I've been waiting for a church for me and my boyfriend to get married in for a long time. Y'all do that Sundays?
Sundays.
They're like, bless you. We'll be on our way.
They leave you.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, you should get that on.
I know. I need to
I
get
wish
that
you
on
had a
tape
ring.
too. On Ring. That's
'Cause
right.
on Ring you would
I don't
get
have one of
that.
those.
Get the ring, man.
I
Yeah, get
know.
one of those.
That would have been a great white elephant.
It would have been good. I mean, they are kind of expensive for a white elephant. White elephant's usually like $30 and under, but aren't they like $100
Why
bucks
don't we
now?
just give him one for his post-Christmas?
How much does it cost to maintain?
A ring? And
Yeah.
aren't they free?
I think you just
Don't pay
download
it.
the
I
app. You bought the
No, I
bought
don't
the
know anything
camera,
about
and
it.
then
I don't have it.
download
I just bought the
app.
ring and put it
Yeah.
up there. And it's on
Okay.
the app.
In my old house, I
Oh, okay.
didn't take the ring off the wall because I forgot it. And for like 5 weeks, I could see every single thing
No
happening at the
way.
old house. I'm about to talk to them like, I can see you, right?
I see that.
I know what you're
Take it
talking
down.
about. Turn it off.
Yeah, be careful if you're looking for houses, though, and like when you leave that property.
Oh, yeah. If you talk about that in the
Like
front
rookie,
yard,
they'll
they
start
can hear
talking.
you.
They'll hear you and they'll say,
Wait, that is a very good point.
Yes.
When you are looking for a house, do not say anything while you're in it or around it.
Right.
Because your commentary could be used kind of against you. If you are too into this house,
Yes.
they know you will
We
pay
need to
for it.
raise the
Right.
price.
Or if you really like the house, but maybe there's a couple of comments you made, like, well, that room's a little small, but I'll take it, I guess. We'll try for it.
Don't
You've
insult
turned them off. They're like, they didn't even like that house for real.
So
I want someone who really wants my
you
house.
need to do
You know?
reverse psychology and say things
I
Like
really
what?
want that, but it's
that
too
the
expensive.
ring picks up.
Ah,
Listen,
Like if
okay.
you go around and you see stuff, like maybe they're just,
Yeah.
they love a certain thing. It's like, oh, I wish I could afford this house, but little Timmy, he's
Little
sick.
Timmy
Oh,
is
no,
wishing
no,
us all
no.
a Christmas. and, and Merry
And then
Christmas
you
to
see
us
these
one and
people are
all.
really big on that charity.
Yeah.
You kind of tell about that charity. Maybe that'll make them pick you.
Oh, gosh,
This is
Eric,
a
that's
stretch,
getting too
Eric.
deep in there.
Why not? People send letters, right?
Well, I know, but that's
Love
really hard to
letters?
think about
And that
it.
doesn't work anymore.
No, that doesn't work anymore. They say don't
so this
do
is
that
the new
anymore.
thing. You say things. You look around their house. You find things that they like.
Okay.
You talk about it in the ring.
How do you know
then-
what
but
they
Like
like?
if I had a guy go, oh man, I really like that guy's bourbon collection's great. You know what? I have such a great collection. Starts naming stuff. And, go, and if I
But that's the one
play
thing
to
that would
their
get you,
ego.
Eric.
if I between him and another person, I'd pick that guy because I want that guy's nice bourbon on my bourbon shelf.
I know, but I feel like some of that is a little too much homework of what you're asking. Because, like, okay, I bought a house in March. Like, we moved in March.
Did you see stuff around
And
there?
the things that there was so much duress in the walkthrough. I was just thinking, like, okay, because we were in a really crazy time in our lives, and I was thinking, okay, this house just went on the market. Let me see what happens. I could not say a word in that that house. Not a word could I say in that house because I did not know what camera's listening and what they've got, what they don't have. It was the most severe feeling thing. Like I'm walking through there stiff. Like, okay, this is a dining room. What's the next room?
Yeah, that's what you guys said.
I just was
And
like
this is
so
the
scared
dining
to
room.
talk. Even in the front yard, I had to go all the way to the sidewalk. And then I just told AJ, go, let's just get in your car. Just get in your car and call me. Just get in your car and call me.
I mean, we judge you because when I saw my house last year, I'd watch people when they'd leave. I'd call their body language. And that one's not into it.
No one's
That
not
person-
into it.
That person,
Body language
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, what are they doing? Just shaking their head no?
If they're stiff, you can tell. Like if they walk, like if they stop and they look back, it's like a girl and a guy. Like if she turns around and looks at me, she's interested. So the same thing with the house. They just walk in their car and leave. They don't care about your house, but they stop for a second. They
And
kind
they
of
talk about it.
Lovingly glance back at it.
kind of imagine themselves being there.
Oh, yeah, they're talking for a long
seriously.
time.
Speaking of relationships, really does a bit on her weekend show. I wanted to bring to our show because I feel like
Roula's
for
relationship
2024,
roulette, everything with ours.
I want to bring more relationship stuff to the show.
Yeah, why not? Everybody's got some crazy drama. So I'm going to throw you. We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to see where it stands, where it lands, and then you're going to answer the question, okay?
Yep.
We're going to do it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE. I love it.
Back to Roulette and Ryan.
Oh,
All right,
yay,
what am I
it's
doing with
game
this
time.
big wheel here?
All right, it's Roula's Relationship Roulette. For those of you who may not realize, or you don't realize when you're hearing on Saturday, why is Roula awake on Saturday? Saturdays here on KRBE, I do a show called Weekends with Roula because that is a national show that goes across the country. And it airs here 6 to 9 a.m. on KRBE, but it airs at different times in different cities. Anywhere between 5 a.m. and 2 p.m., somewhere in this country, my voice is running.
Pretty cool.
So it's really exciting, and I do different things there. You can call the hotline of that show, 1-855-55-RULA.
Yep,
It's ROULA. We do the Mommy Meltdowns. We do Roula's Relationship Roulette, all this stuff. And so Eric and I were talking over the break, and he was like, we should bring your relationship roulette to the Roula and Ryan Show. I was like, yeah, that's fun because it's always all these different things I throw out there.
We have so many people that are single. Remember, like 6 months ago, that person was just so sad because they had nobody. Mm-hmm. And it just, we're all pretty lucky in here that we have somebody in our life.
Correct.
To spend with. And so I figured let's help people out that are in relationships or trying to get in a relationship. So I know you have tons of
So spin that wheel,
questions.
Ryan. I'm going to hit you with
Here
this
we go.
one. And remember, the number is 713-390-KRBE.
All
When I
right.
throw out the question, we can talk about it and then let you guys call
see if
in
anyone
and,
wants to call
and
in.
see if you want to call in to add to the conversation.
text.
First relationship topic of January 2024.
All right.
What is the one thing that you would like to ask on a first date, but you don't think you should? Like, you really want to know this, but you're like, oh... I feel like as a woman, if you don't already know this because you met the person on an app or you met them online somehow or maybe in a bar, you want to ask them, like, what was the reason your last relationship broke up? Like, what's the
Ooh,
reason?
that's a tough question to answer
That's
on
what
a
I'm
first
saying.
date.
Like, what's
Yeah,
the longest relationship you've been in? Why did it break up?
That's a good one because you want to know about the history. Like,
Yeah.
Because if you find out that it's like they do a list and the last three are kind of the same ending, you're like,
Cheated.
Yeah. You're like,
And will that person be truthful
I know
if
this
it was a
man.
cheat? Will the person turn around and lie to you and just say, well, she cheated on me and that's why I had to end it, when really this guy was the cheater or whatever, So that is a pretty tense question. What is a question you really want to ask on a first date, but you
I'd be willing
don't
to
think
bet.
you should ask?
all right, text us or call us right now.
37530 is the text. 713-390-KRBE is the phone number.
I bet a lot of people want to know how much you make.
That's what I was thinking.
Because they probably dance around like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I work in oil
wanna
and
know if
gas, and
you're
I do blah, blah,
bringing
blah,
in
blah,
the
blah,
money.
blah. And you're thinking, okay, what does that job mean? Is that like, what part of oil and gas is that? Is
And
that
I
the
don't
rich
think
part?
it means
Is that the
people-
not so rich part?
Really, I don't think that means people are gold diggers.
No, they just want to know
They
for
want to know if
themselves.
you've got some drive and some potential, some future.
Or if they're on even playing field or not.
And you probably size them up by their clothes, their vehicle, which is dangerous because there's a lot of people that spend their money on a
the
car.
thousandaires, they like to live beyond their means.
So you don't
Well,
know about
that
their
is for
credit
sure.
card debt.
They got like a badass car, but they're living in a crappy apartment.
And actually, for the first time ever, I was watching Friends repeats on Max versus just it's on TV all the time. And the episode was with John Favreau, who was the millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
He dated Monica.
Yep.
And I almost forgot about those episodes. And it's funny we're talking about this because just last night the scene was all the friends are waiting for him to show up to pick her up for the date. And as soon as he walks in, they're all like so enamored with him because they know how rich he is. And Joey blurts out, "How much money are you making out right now?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just want to know.
How much money you got on you?
If you think somebody, if you're trying to size up what they make, maybe you make a lot and you want to know, does this person make more than me? Does this person make a lot less than me? That's probably a question you want to know, but you have to tap dance around that. Brooke is up first. Hello, Brooke. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Brooke,
We're
what's
feeling
something
good.
you want to know on that first date, but you're
Yeah,
kind of
I think you should
nervous
ask
to
it.
ask?
I definitely want to know, do you have kids? But I would be very, I mean, if I have kids myself, I don't want to give that up right away. That's sensitive. But I need to know, do you have kids? That's a huge thing.
Okay. Is that a deal breaker?
No, I mean, I'm married and I have a son, but, you never know. When I think it's terrifying to go back out in the dating world. I don't know what it's like these days, but, I mean, introducing my son to other children to possibly be, having siblings, if it works out well, I mean, that's huge.
That's extra pressure, right? You're not just thinking about your future.
You have to worry about your kids.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like Brooke, if somebody met on an app, hopefully would that kind of come out through the texts before the date, or is that something you have to wait for a face-to-face actual date to have a deeper conversation? I don't know how people treat dates anymore. What the run up to the actual physical meeting is, how much conversation is happening. There are some people that, to my surprise, years ago when Christina used to be on our show, she told us that that's weird if you talk before you meet. And I was like, "What do you mean?"
What?
And she goes, "No, you don't talk on the phone." Remember we were also thrown by that? Christina said, "You don't talk before you
just text
meet.
only.
You just text only." And I go, "That's crazy." And then people were texting us, Brooke. Yeah, same. We don't talk on the phone. We just meet each other for the first time.
Why are you calling me?
And I go, "What if their voice is like this on the date? Oh, you're really pretty."
What if they have like a voice you cannot stand?
Right?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Right.
There's a girl I dumped because of her laugh.
Yes, Eric was that shallow man.
How did it go?
I couldn't handle
What was
the
her
laugh.
laugh like?
I can't even remember now.
I remember it.
How'd it go?
What was it?
There's something. There's more deeper.
Like gazelle.
No, that's it. That's a man. That's your
But it's
wiener.
like
That's
little
why I
shallow
stayed away.
things like that. It's like little shallow things like that. Brooke, that's a good one. Do you have kids? Hopefully that would come out before you actually meet each other on the first date. But yeah, I can see how that could be a tense question. Thanks for listening to the show. Happy New Year.
Love you guys. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Have a great
Take
day.
care.
This one's
Bye,
funny.
you too.
Bye.
This one says, "Do you have a sister? How crazy is she? Would have been helpful to me."
Oh, ouch.
Oh,
Yeah, because think about that. Sister's gonna be could be in your life or in-laws.
Oh yeah.
I don't
You're
know.
not just
But you
marrying
could-
them.
but
You're
you could
marrying the
ask them-
family.
You could ask them questions about their family. So, what's your family life?
And then they're like, shame your name. They tell you like all the dirty
Well, they're all in jail.
goods.
That's when you walk
oh,
away.
Wow, come from a family of murderers. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm out.
I like documentaries, but I want to be living in one. Another person texted, "What's your credit score?" Like, you really want to know that? But you can't ask that on a first date. That is so awkward.
Is there someone that would be mad right now if they knew you're on a date? Not are you dating someone?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a good
yeah.
one.
Is there someone who will be
Mad right now if they
Like
knew you were on a date. I
maybe
like
you have a
that. I
potential
like that.
Crazy ex.
For those just tuning in, we're doing Roula's Relationship Roulette, and the question is, what is something you want to ask on a first date, but you don't think you should? Oh, I like that question, Kevin. Okay, Dave's up next on the phone. Hi, Dave. Good morning. Hi. Hello.
Hello, Dave.
Let me give you a second.
I think he's in the bathroom.
Dave, are you all right,
Hold on.
buddy?
I'm going to put Dave on hold. Let's go to Calvin. Give Dave a second because it's going to catch up with him if he's behind
Oh, yeah.
listening on the delay.
He's waiting.
Dave, hang on, Dave.
Also, he's restroom.
We're going to Calvin.
You're all good.
Hi, Calvin.
Wait, is that Dave?
No,
Dave?
that's Calvin.
Oh,
That's
Calvin.
Calvin. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to y'all as well. So one of the things that like I would ask, but I'd be like afraid to ask, would be like, do you have like not like any like dark secrets behind, but what do you do that you know is going to irk somebody? As in, are you a person that chews your fingernails? Do you? I don't know. I'm weird like that.
Share with me your most annoying habit.
What's something weird you do when you're alone?
What's your weird quirk?
I called,
Yeah,
it was
you
an
know?
episode called Secret Single Behavior on Sex and the City years ago. What's your secret single behavior?
And if they're having fun, a few drinks in them, maybe
They'll tell you.
tell you. Why not?
And just because they do that doesn't mean they're going to do it in front of you.
Well, at least you know.
Oh, exactly. But I mean, you want to know, you know what I mean? Like, especially like when you're out later on in life, you want to know what they're, oh, I didn't know you sat there and bite your fingernails like that much, you know?
Well, biting your fingernails is one thing, but what if they told you they go on up and they bite their toenails?
And they collect it. They have a jar.
No.
Say that's some
That's
talent.
the first and only date. I'm done.
No.
Yeah, say,
I got a jar of
if
toenails.
you
at
bite
home.
your toenails, I'll be like, you're flexible. All right, you get a bonus point.
Could you put your foot to your face? I bet you could not. Could
Yeah, I
you?
can-
No.
Let's see.
No, I
Hang
am
on.
6'2", so no.
Yeah. That's very. You have to be really
Nope, let me
flexible
see.
and no hip problem.
Nope.
No, Ryan can't quite get there either.
Pulled something.
And you're wearing jeans. All right, Calvin, I like that one. What's something weird you do behind closed doors, but you can't ask that on the first date, but you really want to?
That's pretty good.
Have a great day, Calvin. Happy. What is it today? Wednesday? Gosh,
Someone
it's already
texted,
Wednesday.
are you a mama's boy? But I think you could say that in a different kind of text.
You can
tone.
make it. You can make it. How
All you
close
got
are
to do
with
is
your
all you have to
parents?
do.
Are
You don't
really
even have
close
to ask
your
that.
parents or your mom.
You just ask a question about her mother and see, about his mother.
Would you be on the show smothered? Like, would y'all qualify for that? Or are you just really close with your mom and it's very healthy?
Like Sam, who's not here today, but like her and her mom are pretty close. Like,
Yes.
I imagine her and her mom probably talk about everything. So they, like, if I was Mark,
Now
I'd be
she
like,
does.
She probably knows intimate details.
Sometimes her mom hears things on our show that was new to her.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
yeah.
she'll text her, what? I didn't know you did that.
I would
What?
never want to hear about my kid ever.
Steve is up next. Not Dave. It's Steve.
Is Dave still in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Steve. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Sorry. It was labeled Dave earlier, so you're probably listening thinking, oh, it's not me.
That's why.
Steve, what is a question you would like to ask on a first date but don't think you should?
Okay, the question is, do you want to take your own car in case you don't put out?
What? Stop it, Steve. You waited all this time for that.
I'm glad he did.
How many dates have you been on there?
Don't put out.
Like, for real? You would actually say that?
You can
Come
Uber.
on.
Right. Well, we don't
Wait.
want to say it, but I mean, we do want to say it, but we can't.
Well, in this day and age, though, honestly, Steve, do people still want to get picked up on a date? I think that's a murder move. No, I'm not going to have you come pick me up.
Well,
You're
first date,
kidnap me.
you'd meet up somewhere.
What do you think the percentage of people that go on a first date is that they want to hook up that night? Like, even when I've met people.
For men, maybe 100%.
I mean,
For women, maybe 85%.
Most men are not going to
depending
turn
on
it
what they
down
want.
if the
you won't turn
opportunity
it down, but then they would say,
presented
you
itself.
sleep with them the first date, then the quotes hunt is over, and they'll get bored with you and move on.
Well,
Like, they say that stuff.
has there been a situation where in a relationship between a male and a female, the male did not want to go all the way on the first date, being hopeful, maybe if it happens, I'd be happy, but I won't expect it. And
Well, just
or
build
is
up-
there a
build up's
guy
fun.
who's like not expecting it? He's like, no, absolutely not. And she's the aggressive one that's like, yeah, are we going to go for this? He'd be like, oh, I guess.
Say that for one of your roulette.
Another roulette.
Women that actually, they're the aggressor, and they want to
Yeah,
knock it
like
out the
they're
first date.
surprised the guy doesn't want to, hit the goal line on the first date.
Maybe he didn't shave his legs.
This
Or
is true
something
now.
else.
The
Bad underwear.
manscaping. Getting a little itchy from all that shaving. There are a lot of commercials over the holidays. I guess I watched enough TV to notice there are a lot of commercials. I think we even played one here on KRBE about all this manscaping, all the tools for
The
manscaping.
landscaper
God.
thing. Let's call
Whatever
it.
it
or something.
is.
You just brought up something about underwear, bad underwear. Like, if you're going on a date, even though you're not going to probably have anything happen on that date, on that first date, still you're not going to wear like ratty old underwear, are you?
You shouldn't, right? You should always hope.
Because
Guys, we hope for that.
I'd probably match.
Well, it's
even though
not
the
even
person might
about
not see
that.
it. I will match the top and the bottom.
It's about feeling good about yourself, feeling confident. It's like if I'm wearing some old swampy, nasty, old ripped up underwear.
Swampy.
Ew.
You want to see a
Swampy.
doctor.
You not shower?
You wanna-
Ew.
Ryan's
No.
trying to get some commercials, some endorsements.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we already run that one.
For swampy
Swampy.
drawers.
We run one
Right,
commercial
Chase.
with the razor.
The deodorant.
Wow. Casey is the last call we're going to take on this question. If you are on a first date, what is a question that you want to ask but don't think you should? Casey, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
What's that question?
Well, I wanted to add to the children's question that the first caller did.
Uh-huh.
To add to that, what is the custody situation?
Good, good
Oh,
question. Yes,
Yeah,
because
because
think
that
about
could
this,
be-
Casey. If you're a guy going out with a girl, and you ask the girl, "Do you have children?" and she says, "Yes, but not full time. I only see them twice a month." That would make you judge her,
Yeah, 'cause
would it
guys-
not?
Yeah, it's backwards. Yeah, because guys, usually the kids go with the girls.
Most
Women.
of the time.
Right. And then Casey, in
Absolutely.
your situation, if you were dating a male, what would be a red flag answer that he would give you?
Well, I would ask, more about the custody situation. How often do you see them? Because
do you pay child support?
So.
Yeah, but I mean, some people it would be just the opposite. It's like, well, every other weekend he's unavailable now.
And if they have kids and say they're divorced, and the woman has the kids on that, the first, third, fifth, and the guy has his on the second, fourth, sixth.
If you're completely out of sync, you'll never be able to go out.
Every weekend, someone's got children. You got no time for yourself.
You're right. Good point, Casey.
That's tough.
So do you have a custody situation, Casey? Do you yourself have one? Okay.
It's more of a, well, I don't now. I'm married now. I've been married 15 years now. But when we first started dating, it was, do you have, custody of your daughter that I knew he had? And he lied.
Oh.
What did he say?
And also lied about how many kids he had. So
really?
He told me, he told me that he had custody of his daughter, but failed to mention that he had 2 other children.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Well, he liked that one.
So that was.
And when did you find that out?
Yeah, how
about
long
the
into
extra
it?
2 children?
We were into the relationship for 3 months before.
Oh,
before I found out that he had 2 other children.
And did he tell you, or did you find out?
He eventually told me because I was going to find out. His sister had come to visit. I met his sister, and so she started talking, and he's like,
"You had to do damage control."
So it was pretty much, So
that sucks.
Wow.
I mean,
that's a good question. Really? The first time in the new year our phones dropped out?
Was it line 3?
line 4. Casey, thanks for calling in the show. But I think the winning question, if you didn't hear this, I'm going to repeat it from text. Kevin repeated it from text. If you're going on a date with somebody and you want to kind of find out if they're seeing somebody else, but they're not committed, so they're going to act like, I don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend, the best question to ask is there somebody that would be mad right now to find out that you were on a date with me?
I like that one.
That is a great way to say it.
I think they would answer that.
I'm like, I don't know. Because the texter says you can tell from the reaction in their face and if they pause what the real answer is.
Yeah.
That is a great question.
Because you have to sit back and think,
yes, that means there's somebody else in the water.
Yeah.
You're fishing in the waters and you got one, but you're not there. You're going to throw it back yet. I like it. Roula's relationship roulette. That's a nice success, guys.
We'll bring it back
I like
next
your
week.
interest. That's exactly what we'll do. All right. So coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, anybody get a Snoop on the stoop for the holidays? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but no.
Snoop on a stoop.
Okay, I will discuss because Snoop is in the news, entertainment news, for a variety of reasons over the holiday break, and we'll talk about it in Scoop next on the Rule and Ryan.
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I failed you guys before the holiday break at the Nutcracker Market last November to one of our regular places we visit. We've even had Belinda on the Rule and Ryan show. We did the live broadcast from there. I found Snoop on a stoop. You know, Elf on the Shelf for the kids.
Yeah.
The elves come from the North Pole, report back to Santa. It's a Snoop Dogg in a green little elf outfit and with his sunglasses on, and he's sitting on a stoop. And I bought it thinking, okay, does this go to the Rule and Ryan Show studio? Or it's going to be like a fabulous wet elephant gift? Or like, what am I going to do with this Snoop on a stoop? Snoop on a stoop. And I held it for such a long time. And then we did the drunk show, and I was like, man, I didn't bring it yet, and we're going to be gone for a couple weeks, so I'll use it for white elephant. And over the holidays, it just wasn't white elephant
Worthy?
good enough. Like, for the crowds that I was going for, I was like, I'm not going to give it to my kids. They're not going to get it.
They'll be like, huh?
So it's going to be the mascot of the Rule and Ryan Show in 2024, and I forgot to bring it. I'll bring it tomorrow. But Snoop on a stoop was a very popular thing that you may have seen in places. It basically is Snoop dressed as a green elf. And he just sits on, like, we'll put it over there, like, we're in the corner window between where the guests watch us and us. He'll just be sitting on, it's like a little elf on the shelf, but it's Snoop on a stoop. And Snoop Dogg obviously has his hands on a lot of things. I think Snoop Dogg makes more money off everything else than he ever has on his music.
It's pretty amazing, the brand he has.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Everybody wants to use him. His collaboration with Martha Stewart.
Like him and Ice Cube, the stuff that they've been able to do from movies and just...
Yes.
It's pretty awesome.
100%.
Kid movies even.
And now we're going to see him all over NBC in the summertime because he is going to be an official correspondent for the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris.
Whoa.
That start July the 26th. He will explore city landmarks. He's going to attend competitions and events and comment on them. He's going to visit with the athletes and their friends and their families. He says, we're going to have some amazing competitions. And of course, I'll be bringing that Snoop style to the mix. Let's elevate, celebrate, and make these games unforgettable. We're going to smoke the competition and may the best shine like gold. Peace and Olympic love. The Summer Olympics start July 26th on NBC and Peacock. And I feel like Summer Olympics are more exciting than the winter. Sorry, but they are.
Yeah, for sure.
What's more, we can relate to those events more. Like in Houston.
Oh,
you don't
sure.
really have
You can
much
run in
snow.
the heat.
Not a lot of snow around here. By the way, I found out your net worth for Snoop, $160 million.
Wow, I thought it was more than that.
That's more.
I thought he was like $500 million.
Yeah,
right now.
it keeps coming up 160, 160, 160 in all the searches. So
Which
yeah,
is still huge. I mean,
It is a lot of money,
160
but I thought
million.
for sure he'd be like in the 400s by now.
But because of him, we have C.J. Stroud.
Why? Because
Texans.
of Snoop.
He was in his remember he had the football league in California.
Oh,
Like his
gosh, I
Pee Wee
forgot
team
about
and all
that. Yes, I
and
forgot about that.
They traveled, even had their own bus.
Yes, CJ Stroud was one of his Pee Wee players?
Yeah.
When he was young?
Yep.
I had no
I
idea.
saw this weekend. He was
cool.
bragging about it. He's like, I knew about him years ago. He's like one
Wow,
of my
that's
kids.
awesome. The first time we talked to Snoop Dogg on the Roula and Ryan show was during the 2004 Super Bowl. And he had come on our show to talk about the Pee Wee League, and he was hosting this children's charity game. And I just was like, gosh, he's really, really good. Like, he's doing all these different... Like, meaning, like, you know, he wasn't just about playing music or talking about partying.
Being
He was
selfish.
doing, like, really great work.
Community.
With kids and charity and community. I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then he just kind of spread from there. So it's pretty nice. Somebody texted us this fact, and I guess I'll have to double check, but that sounds pretty interesting. This texter says, and Snoop just signed his first mariachi band to his Death Row label. Is that
Cool.
true? Or is this person just telling me that?
Good. I mean,
let's find out.
I'll have to
We'll find
Google
out,
that,
yeah.
but that's very, because I could totally see him doing that
I'd like to hear him.
expand the portfolio, right? So anyway, Snoop Dogg will be our official correspondent July 26th. I don't know if Leslie
Yeah, it's true.
Jones will also be doing it again. Is it true he has
Yep.
his first mariachi band?
He did. Signed him to his record label.
And can we sidebar on this for a second? When you're at a restaurant that has mariachi or any kind of live music that comes table to table, do you feel so awkward when they come right to your table?
Yeah. Or like when you're in the Riverwalk.
No, I'm saying like
I've seen
right
that when they
to
come
your
in there,
table.
they come to the table at the Riverwalk when you're
And they're
eating
like,
on the.
Oh, yeah. And like, oh, this is so nice. Like, do you clap along? Like, do you make eye contact?
Well, you tip.
Yeah, you pay them.
You're supposed to pay them, but if you didn't ask them to come, if you asked them to come, you definitely have to give them like a 20
Oh,
at
yes.
least. Because
Oh,
you
yes.
asked them to sing something ridiculous that they've sung 100 times, like La Bamba. But
my God.
if they just come to your table just to entertain you, don't you just feel so odd? Like, I'm like, that's very nice.
It's so loud.
I like it, but
It's
if
just
it's
so
in
loud.
an important part of a conversation, then yeah, that's kind of.
Because they don't know who they're walking up on.
Are you getting dumped?
Well,
This just isn't working anymore.
some places are known for that, and you want to go there because you can anticipate that's going to happen, and you look forward to it.
Yep.
Well, it's very nice. I don't know how they read the room.
sorry, but
like
the
that couple
relationship-
looks like they're having a first date and they need something to talk about. Let's go to
No,
their
no,
table.
it's
Just run its course.
No. No.
And it's like you can never eat Tex-Mex again.
What's your birthday?
As
Do you
long
put-
as you live.
Did you put the hat on? Or some people don't want, like, Roula.
I don't want the
there's
hat
no way
on.
Roula will put the hat
Nah.
on.
Oh, you're
Too many
worried
people
about
wearing
getting
that
lice?
same hat. My head's itching just thinking about it.
It's just a straw hat. It's not going. It's not going to hurt you.
They don't live forever in
I
there?
don't think they live in
Show
there.
to tell you what's going down.
They should put a sizzling fajita plate on your head.
I'd take that over the
They
hat.
sear her scalp.
No, then flip it up the other side. So
Okay.
it looks like a candle. You're a human candle.
All right, it's brought to you by Duncan. Harris County Judge Frank Aguilar has been taken off the bench in the 228th District Court after his arrest in Galveston for family violence. Yeah, this is on every single news service right now. Newly released redacted probable cause affidavit states that he caused bodily injury to his girlfriend by striking her in the head with his closed fist multiple times and putting his foot on her neck and chest. The 66-year-old judge was arrested and charged with misdemeanor charge of a... How's this a misdemeanor? I would think this would be more serious than a misdemeanor, but it's a misdemeanor of assault causes bodily injury to a family member. Man.
And he's a judge, so they all know each other. What was
Yeah.
that
Do they all know each
show
other?
with Bryan Cranston?
Oh, Your Honor?
Your Honor. You ever see that?
No.
In New Orleans, and his son
No.
All the
killed
judges
a
know each other?
mobster's kid, and he had a, like... he
It's
was-
so
he was
good.
a
I
judge,
watched the
yeah.
first episode and I forgot to, there's so
There's
many shows.
2 seasons out.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend it. But they all know each other. You know,
You got to figure.
They take care of each other, but then again, some probably hate each other.
That was also in Queen of the South.
Oh, yeah. Remember?
Where the judge, actually, that judge is kind of where I got Beauregard Troubadour
Oh,
from.
really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that judge from Queen of the South, if you watch that.
That was a good one. She always got out of something.
Yes, she
It's
did.
a formula. It's like something crazy is going to happen, but somehow she gets out of it.
And how did Camila have the same character in that and in
what else is she-
Ozark?
yeah, Ozark, yeah.
It was the same. Camila.
Typecast.
And by the way, the Mayor John Whitmire, said he's going to start negotiations with the firefighter union this morning at 10 a.m. We've been strong supporters of the firefighters for many years. It's noteworthy because the department has not had a contract for the last 7 years.
7 years.
What happens if he gets it done in like a few months?
It'll show what a
It's like 8 years, 7 years you
Ineffective.
couldn't do it.
It'll show even more fault
how
than
ineffective the last
previous
mayor was.
person.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's going down in H-Town.
And what's going on next? The first rapid fire quiz of 2024. Your chance to win. No, that's not what that is. Kane Brown, not mariachi tickets. Kane Brown is coming back to Houston. April 27th is the date. Toyota Center is the place. We've got a pair of tickets for you if you choose correctly, which means if you choose to play along with me and I win, you'll win Kane Brown tickets. If you choose Eric and he wins, you win Kane Brown tickets. Special K or Mod. That's the 4 players today because Sam's out. We're going to take your calls at 713-390-KRBE. And then your job is to pick which one of the players of the Roula and Ryan show goes into the mystery crate. We're calling it a crate in the 2024.
the crate. We've upgraded from a box
we
to
put
a
tigers
crate.
in there. We put jungle cats in there. Just kidding. The mystery crate. No, yeah, that's your job. So you're going to win, and you get to choose who goes in the mystery box for the next week. 713-390-KRBE.
By the way,
Let's
we're
get the
live.
rapid fire quiz going.
We're back. Someone
Yes.
said, are you guys back yet? Yes,
We are
this
back.
Is live. It's not a best of. Believe me, did you hear it?
Here we are. You're so funny. There's no best in that best of.
Yep, nope.
The worst of what? Okay, we'll be back with the quiz next on the Roula and Ryan Show.